Blub blub everyone, welcome to this new project, Terra Invicta. I'm GaryTheGammarid and we are starting a new campaign today. We're on patch 0.4 or 0.4.78 and a lot has changed since I played this game before. We also started already once, I'm gonna be totally honest here, but I messed up. And it would have been a big slog. From that point on. It was a very early thing. It's just 1.5 hours in, and I felt like that was not worth, going through. Instead, we're restarting right now as the Resistance on normal, but on accelerated mode. On the accelerated campaign, everything just default. And on normal difficulty for a reason. I can explain that later what normal difficulty does. It has to do with your MC, with your mission control, but we'll just start an accelerated campaign. I will shut up now. We'll watch the video because I love the video in the beginning. And then we'll see if our counselor choice is feasible. If not, I'm going to silently restart again. Put a cut in. And then we restart off screen as long as it takes to get some good counselors because that is unfortunately necessary. Otherwise, enjoy the video. I'm going to cut this out and I'll see you when it starts.
We remember the day the stars answered, the day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Everyone loves heroes, depends on them, to save us from evil, lead us through darkness. Problem is, real heroes are always ignored. What no one understands is that being shot at is easy. The hard part is convincing someone they're drowning before it's too damn late.
How very true. And how very real in today's times. Oh, now we have our first UFO crash in Brazil, not in Russia. Now, this may still be a restart that I need. We have 2 people here. Let's see if they're good. And if we have some good people available for recruitment, because that's the important part.
Greetings, Commander. I am pleased to report the Council has appointed you leader of our organization. I am Fiona Ayawade, your Chief of Staff. While most of the world is reacting with fascination at the arrival of an alien species on Earth, we represent a small group who believes the aliens' crash landing and disappearance may signify a potential threat. We intend to build an international organization capable of investigating and, if necessary, combating any danger aliens may pose.
Okay, I recommend we send a counselor there and yada yada. I'm not gonna read this all again. Counselor conduct, yeah, because I've read all this just a few minutes ago. So, okay, we have Carola Hofler. Perfect. She's a diplomat, so basically useless.
What's the op?
And we have a spy. Ooh, she's pretty. Corinna Mattis. What names. But that's better. She's never 46. Come on. What the hell? But still. I mean, she uses some good skin cream, I must say. She has persuasion as a spy. She's not that bad. She's okay-ish. She has a lot, because spies get a lot of shit. But you basically only want espionage with them. But she can help out. Can you destroy... You can investigate aliens? You can't destroy alien shit, that sucks. Diplomat is basically useless. Yeah. They can't even... Oh, that is really shit. They can't do shit, actually. I think that's a reroll. Inspector would be nice. Don't like the hat. She's an extremist. don't have persuasion, so you don't use that much. Not for control nation. See, that is actually bad. She's not that good at that. We need some people who are good at that. Commando. Oh, the other commando was so good. She had so many good stats. I mean, this is still good, but it's not as good. And she doesn't want India nuked. That depends on who gets it, I guess. Oh, Utah. Hacker, engineer. It's all garbage. Kingpin? No, Kingpin wasn't that good. Didn't like Kingpin much. Also because they're always criminals. Checklist? I don't know that word. Interesting. Member of political police. And she's corrupt. Of course she is. Journalist could be good. Media darling is really bad. Lone wolf is really bad. Yeah, loses persuasion. Yeah, that's a bit paranoid. And lone wolf command. Oh god, yeah, that is so. That guy sucks. Yeah, this is a reroll, guys. It's just a pure reroll. None of these are useful. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna be right back, and we'll see what other stuff we roll. Okay, after like 3 or 4 rerolls and a lot of discussion, I think we have a pair. It's still not the best thing you could have, but that is fine, because we can work with this. So we have now Badi Sattar. If anyone wants this counselor, just say, hey, I want him. And we'll rename him, because we can. We have Badi Sattar, an activist. Not the best thing, but it's fine. He has a lot of persuasion that will help us a lot. His stuff is okay, I guess. We'll probably have to do something about this. He gets Inspire as well because of this, which is quite good. But he's unfortunately famous, which will make him very likely to die, especially with 0 security. That's great. Also, we need to look at these. I haven't done that yet. Ooh, this is nice. They're not that expensive, which is quite good. Extra economy and money is also quite nice. It's only 1% though. But I mean, it's a shitty orc, you know. That is actually good monthly income though. Maybe we go for this. Because that will get the money back in like 4 months. Which is not that long. We have a journalist. The problem with him is he's an enemy of the state of freaking America. So, you know, my strategy, he's just 100% against that, but sure. He's also not that good in persuasion yet. We will definitely get him there. That's very important. And for now, we're not going to go into America anyway. We're going to go to Canada. So, it's really appropriate right now? Okay. Also, we have an officer, Tamara Mittermeier, which is kind of weird. But okay, because that's a comedian, Mittermeier, although with an E here as well, an R. But yeah, well, actually, he's not Austrian, he's Bavarian, but still. Yeah, she is great. She has good command. She even has some persuasion, which could be quite nice for controlling nation that we want to do. And she can also burn down alien assets, which is what we needed. So that's great. Her traits are fine, I'd say. She doesn't want Austria bombed, but, you know, I don't want that too, since I'm sitting in Austria, so, you know, it's kind of bad. Good. Good. So that's our starting triplet of babes right here. And this guy will get more persuasion as a starter, but we will also remove enemy of the state. It costs us a lot of influence, but that should be fine. You can only have one. Oh god. I mean, our points are good still. I'm still looking for buying this, to be honest, just to get the extra income and some extra economy in there. I mean, this would be okay-ish. This would be good for someone who's actually a spy, but costs us influence, which we don't have right now. So what we want to complement these guys is a spy, actually. A literal spy, we need one. That would be great. And then we would have a great start. You... I don't need to boost your command, but I do need to boost your persuasion. It sucks, but it also gives us more points, which is good. But because I'm basically kind of wasting points, but not really. Because I want this control nation as an option for you. Your command is already pretty good, and you will do things, while the others are, you know, doing other stuff. For now, you get this. I think that is worth it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that money. Good. This will pay for itself quite quickly. And I think that's worth. Yeah, look at that. It pays more than this, and this costs more. So, yeah. Fine. I think we're in a good state. I did save. I'm gonna save again. I mean, a certain someone revived the idea of Lügenpresse bigly. Okay. So again, please tell me, everyone, if you want to be one of these. Not in the comments. I mean, you can tell me, but it's probably gonna be gone by then. But we'll see. Now, our assignments will be you, my girl, are going to look for aliens.
We'll see what we can find.
It's Russia again. Oh yay. You. Sadly, we won't be. Oh, there's another thing I've seen. We had a good roll in the US. That is really good. Can you... Ooh, we're almost there already. We're really deep in it. Okay. You will go public campaign in Canada, which is a very good chance of success.
Making our case.
I think we'll start with Canada this time. I think that's a better choice. And you'll do the same. Oh, you can't take points. That sucks as well, but, you know, it's what we have to deal with.
We must persuade the people.
I'm not gonna re-roll again. It's gonna be fine. Also, there will be the same texts coming up that are already read. I'm probably not gonna read them again. Let's be honest. So this is important, though. The UN Security Council has met to discuss the alien arrival. So what do? Do we deliver our manifesto, or do we quietly support the resistance? I'm not sure. I don't think we stand in the shadows. We want some extra support from everyone. So either do we want gigantic support, or do we want some support? And expose less information about us to the enemies. I don't think it's bad to do that. The only better thing would be that we get more command points. More ops points, sorry. Not command points. Command points are these. I think. No, that's control points. But yeah, we get more ops. But less public boost. This is a lot of public boost. But we also reveal a bit of information, but I don't know how much we care. And we also would have enough influence points then to get another agent. We are looking for a fourth. And as soon as we see a spy or something, we could definitely buy them. So while I'm reading this, guys, in chat, please give me a suggestion of 2 or 3. Unfortunately, the hoped-for show of international unity did not materialize with China, Russia, and the United States. Of course not. Accusing each other of hiding knowledge about the alien crash and preventing full access to the site. We have an opportunity to shape events to our advantage, even make our case directly to the nations of the world. However, with the eyes of the world on these meetings, our councilor's risk of exposure to our enemies is extremely high. So what should we do? Should we deliver our manifesto? Or should we quietly steer support, like we did in the other run? I'm not sure how much it matters if we deliver all our information to everyone. And expose us. Or if we just expose some bits. Because if they investigate us, they will find us anyway, you know? But I don't know. I would say it's basically, do we want 50 influence? Or do we want 25? Also, do we have a country? Do we have a country under our control? I have no idea. Don't even have an idea how to look at that, to be honest. Last time we, for some reason, had some in the Philippines. Which was kind of weird. But I also learned that that is adjacent to China, which is actually good information to have. Because we're gonna go for Canada, then we're gonna go for Mexico, and then we're gonna go for US, and in between we're gonna get Kazakhstan. The math seems pretty simple on that. What does it mean, Red Harvest? What do we take? I'm not seeing any control points that we... No, we literally have none. I don't know where we got that other one. Oh, look at the beautiful Antarctic. And the constantly smaller or diminishing Arctic. Wait, you learned a bit of geography? I mean, yes. I mean, especially, I did know that the Philippines were somewhere here, but it's this one. But I learned that this is actually, that counts as adjacency, which is quite interesting. Because you need adjacency to get into these points. Otherwise, you will not have a chance. It's the same with the US. That's why we're going for Canada first, not because Canada is so great. I mean, it might be. Don't know, I've never been there. But the important thing is that you get a bonus to public campaigns and taking over the US if you already control a neighbor. And if you control 2 neighbors, we get even more bonus. That's why we're doing this. And I know it's boring to go for the US, everyone, and watching the video. It is. I'd much rather go for Europe, because that's much more fun and much more interesting, but it also... I explained that in the last part, that you will never see, because I already deleted the parts. This will take too long. This will take too much of our counselors' actions away from us. We can relatively quickly get the US, and from then on out, because we will not have the control points to do anything else, we can concentrate on more important things, like burning down alien flora, like disrupting the shit that the servants are doing. Like that stuff, you know, important stuff. Well, China and PH has been having a lot of argy-bargy about territory. Yeah, I know. So what are we going to do? 2 or 3, guys? Come on. Why Kazakhstan? Kazakhstan is the country that has the most boost in the game at the start. Because it is on a almost perfect position for boost, you know? If you're at the equator, that's the best place to start a rocket from. And Kazakhstan has this really interesting position that has availability to really good angles, you know? And that's why this game counts this as a lot of boost potential. And boost you need, because that's the only way, using boost is the only way to get off this planet for now. We need 1.5 boost, which is not much, to get into orbit and build a platform, which we will need to get to the moon once that is researched. And we will need even more boost to get here. We can't see how much we need right now, but it's going to be like 10 boost or something. And once we're here and we are looking at the resources we can get, once we have a trickle of everything coming in, so we will need this place. I hope we can get that. If we can get this place and maybe this place, we're good. Because then we get a trickle of resources and then we don't need any boost anymore. Because we can use these resources in space to build more shit. And once we're building more shit, we can get to Mars quite well. Because we don't need that much boost to get to that. Because boost is ridiculous to get to Mars. And here we will get the real resources. The moon is a stepping stone to Mars. The Mars will be mined like crazy by everyone. And we will use Mars to get to Mercury. And Mercury has unending amounts of energy, basically. And also a lot of resources. And we need that. And after Mercury, we go to Venus. And after Venus, we go to Jupiter. After Jupiter, we go to Saturn. There's Jupiter and there's Saturn. And then so on and so forth. And in between, we go to asteroids as well and mine those. Because we need resources so much to build ships, to build more habitats, to defend these habitats, to get more research. All of these things. That's why we need boost in the beginning so much. Because if the other factions get to the moon before us and take everything, we're basically fucked. We can still do something, we can still take stuff away from them that they have built on the moon. But it's going to be hard. And it's going to put us behind. So we really don't want to miss that chance. We really don't want to miss that chance. So what did we decide? Did we decide on quietly steer support, or did we decide on just delivering our manifesto and going full force? We're the resistance. We will protect everyone from the aliens. Help us, and we will all survive through this. And no one is saying anything. Gosh darn it, people. Well, fine. Might as well show our bits for the extra influence. Okay, show the bits.
They are not
there we
life
go.
forms or xenosapiens. They are demons incarnate. They and the traitors who support them.
And you say option 2.
will
Unfortunately, a little
face
late,
our judgment.
Joey. So now we have found a lot more factions, because at least if they reveal themselves. And anytime, Joy, anytime, just ask what you want to know, and I'll try to answer it as good as I can. This faction has gathered all of Earth's xenophobia. We read that before, but yeah, into its ranks. Its followers have railed against the alien arrival without nuance, and they have even threatened humans who support finding a way to communicate with aliens. I think this was different last time. Because it said, oh, they rallied all xenophobes under them, and then maybe they have held back an information
Our
this
only
time.
hope is to understand what the aliens want with us and determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence.
Hello, aliens of YouTube, come in peace. The leaders of this organization are an alliance of officials who believe the clandestine nature of the aliens' arrival marks them as a threat, which, you know, might be true, who knows. But they have concluded that any species that can cross interstellar distances is nothing that humanity is capable of opposing. The question is why? If you don't even try, why, you know? Basically, they want to bend over and let the aliens do whatever they want with them. Though the servants, you know, invite them to do whatever they want. So the servants are
no sway in their minds.
Are the bigger ones there. So we're trying to get into Canada as quickly as possible. I don't like this. This wasn't here before, I think. Oh, yes, it was. Yeah, we did gain a lot of public relations now with every country because we revealed ourselves. But only 3 people revealed anything about themselves. So apparently the servants play the clandestine game. Oh yes, we got a lot here as well. And we got a lot in India as well. Pretty interesting. Okay. That might help us tremendously. One Humanity, the growing realization that we are not the sole sapient species in the universe is causing many to see their fellow humans in a new light, leading to hopes that we can overcome our capacity for strive to address the alien arrival as one people. Let us try to set aside our differences and go forward together, but it will trigger... it will unlock the event Wave of Fear, so that's gonna be great. But all nations gain cohesion.
We found something.
Oh, these guys are very polarized. Interesting. I mean, that's very true. Okay, we looked at the crash site. Despite heavy security, we were able to obtain some surveillance records of the crash site, as well as a small quantity of debris. We should have a project ready for research shortly. And we gained some influence and some research, which is pretty good. Especially the influence for us right now. Now, we got the Alien Signatures project. Our counselor was able to obtain some surveillance recordings from the alien crash site. Our research should analyze it as soon as possible, so we can find aliens. We definitely put that as a favorite, and I forgot this again, because I am an idiot. Great, we have Skywatch now. That will be completed. This was kinda shitty. Mission to space. We might want to invest a lot in this. Just to try and get more points into this. We'll see. Otherwise, let's look at counselors. Can't get more. Okay. But let's look at recruiting. They're still the commando. We don't want a celebrity. The celebrity sucks. They can do nothing. I want a spy, damn it. You can do Crackdown and Purge, which would be good. But you have literally nothing. You're just useless. We need a good spy. We will save our influence for that. So my first impression is that it starts as Hearts of Iron and then turns into Stellaris or Distant Worlds. Kind of, but it's still different. Hearts of Iron also is you control the country yourself. You are the nation. While in this, we are a shadow faction. Well, we're not in the shadows anymore because we just, you know, thrown our manifest onto the table and, you know, said, this is us. We are here. We do things. And you should support us, you know. But we're basically an organization that controls, you know, different parts of a country for their benefit and for their mission. What that benefit or mission is varies, but we are shadow organizations. We're not really a country or a nation. We are affiliated with different countries and nations, maybe. Or we, you know, throw them under the bus at some point. We'll decide about this for a second after I read this. We may now recruit our factions management team. As we stand up resistance operations, we are selecting our internal management team to help oversee our affairs. While we are gathering personnel from a variety of disciplines at your direction, we will emphasize a particular speciality. So, important decision, because this will be something we gain for the rest of the game. There will be another one of these events. I'm going to read you the options. Well, I'm going to put a cut in for a second, and afterwards we decide. Perfect. Our internal council has decided we're going with scientists and engineers, which, you know, I like. I'm not sure what would be the best option here. It depends probably on what you want to do. You can never go wrong with science, I guess. It will be dwarfed later by the amounts of science we're making, but you know, 15 science forever is 15 science forever. And we finally detect alien fleets. Nice. Did I...
The trick is not to look directly at
what
you're trying to see. Offset your focal point somewhere to the side of where you think you notice the movement. At night, the center of your vision doesn't work as well as during the day. I won't try to explain the science to you. What matters is you'll see whatever is out there before they see you. Colonel Hans Castillo, advising conscripts in Colombia.
Interesting. I like the voice actor. Pretty good. The span of time humanity has spent in space is dwarfed by the span of time humanity has been interested in it. Earliest records of the telescope date to the turn of the 17th century, with regular advancement made every century thereafter. It therefore follows that on the shoulders of programs such as SETI, we consolidate our resources into a unified observation and surveillance program so we can maintain active constant surveillance on the nearer parts of the solar system. Allows all factions to track alien vessels and structures that are inside the orbit of Saturn, so as far out. Immediately reveals all alien vessels and habitats within our detection range. Cool. Which has happened. Now, what I was wanting to say was something. Research. Actually, that research might help us right now. We have 100% in here. Oh, because we're the only one who has a point. Interesting. No one else is investing, weirdly. But we are getting a lot of research right now, which is pretty nice. We're not fighting for this. If he would have a choice in one thing for now, that would be great. Augmented reality is also interesting. Yeah, you need to go much harder in that. We hope we can keep this going, because that will help us in the future. This will also be a thing we're doing. Kazakhstan, is anyone going there? No. Good. Because we want Kazakhstan, but we don't really need it right this moment. Oh. Oh no. What you will do, since you can't really do much... That would be possible, but for now, I think I'm going to look for Flora.
Eyes up.
Because there will be an alien here running around now.
Laying the groundwork.
Let me please look for recruitments. No new people here. We need a spy. Please give me a
Initiating
spy.
recon.
Yes, that's what I would think. We have detected what appear to be alien microbes and plants in the Surgut region of Russia. They are thriving and threaten to displace the native biota, which strangely does not seem to be resisting their advances to the degree we would expect. A direct application of force, either via a consular mission or army operation, should be able to reduce or even eliminate its spread. We could even do army stuff, really, I didn't know that. We will begin preparations for a research project to better understand this phenomenon. Yeah, we want to burn this down. As much as we can. Alien flora, perfect, set favorite.
We've
Good.
moved the needle.
Public campaign success. Good, good, good. Do more, because it's still
Public
not
opinion
there
is
yet.
moving in our
Yes,
direction.
Good. Do more. And we need to get rid of his nonsense, for sure. And we have the influence now. He just needs some XP. Enemy consular detected. Need in South Korea. We need to go and
Ready for orders.
go to ground. Because we're known by everyone right now, which is not nice. I'm gonna do this first, though. I'm not gonna use any ops.
Taking it to them.
Ready for my mission.
Ready.
Need some more points to get rid of enemy of state, for sure. Is there anything we can get? That's actually persuasion. That's pretty good. That's a good corp. A good starting corp. Shinhoven books. Ooh, this is actually not bad. Only 40 bucks. I'm gonna go for that. You especially need that. Now you will not fail anymore. Okay, we'll keep this going for now. Yeah, screw Russia. I don't care about Russia. We'll hopefully get Russia later. So, the early gameplay in this game, not everyone likes
moved
this.
the needle.
And I understand it. But this is basically what you do for a big chunk of the game. Actually, until the end game, because Earth will never become not relevant. But
The people will come to our side.
the game will actually open up a bit more
That
once you go
defense
into
was too
space.
strong.
That's not cool.
Prepping for next mission.
And our counselor was spotted. Yeah, you will definitely go into hiding right now. That wasn't good that we didn't destroy that. It's interesting that you can now see region income and stuff, and people. That's pretty cool. 38 million? Damn. Yes, you go to ground now.
Going off the grid.
You need to go off the grid for sure. The other two...
Where
Can one of you guys, you can do it, take one of these points right now? I'm willing to pay that because
We'll
I
be
don't
running this
care.
place
I
in
have
no
enough
time.
points this time. That's much better than before. I will check this every phase. 100%. You go to ground so no one
The
knows you
Surah
anymore?
al-Baqarah teaches that in the creation of heaven and earth, a wise people may find the signs of Allah. Let us heed those words and join together as we take our search into the stars.
That actually
Director Khalid
sucks.
al-Ashqar, from his khutbah at the first conclave of Muslim astrophysicists.
That actually sucks because I invested heavily in this and I couldn't get it done. That might be... With shift click, by the way, you can see all of their resources at all tabs. Otherwise, you just do change one tab. We don't know their research. 116. Oh wow, are they above us? What the hell? And these guys, the academy is much higher there as well. We still have no point. They have 100 points already. What the frick is happening? Okay, so found it. This is Joy, by the way. Hello. Welcome. Now on Twitch as well. Great. It doesn't matter on which one you are. I can see the chat of both, just so you know, but whatever you prefer. Existing in space is a different animal than merely traversing it. If we plan to go from tourist to resident, we must adapt. Logistics requires resupply missions planned months in advance, while engineering must cope with long-term exposure to solar radiation and the rigors of equipment maintenance in a vacuum. Likewise, our psychologists must develop a training regimen so personnel are able to maintain peak performance in an environment where up and down do not exist. It's not quite true that up and down do not exist if you take the ecliptic into account, depending on where you are. Like the solar system has an ecliptic, the galaxy has an ecliptic, you know, then there might be a reference to up and down towards or away from the ecliptic in that way. If you don't know what the ecliptic is, read it up. We have, of course, been able to travel into space for some time, but now we must establish how to do so easily, regularly, and cost-effectively, and in far greater numbers than ever before. I was trying to find those other you were talking to. Ah, okay. I see. I don't have... There is no... Unfortunately, actually, that would be possible to have a Twitch integration in here, but unfortunately this game doesn't have it. At least not as far as I know. This renewed mission to space thus entails a mission to change many of our most fundamental preconceptions. Yet all these hardships are entirely necessary, for only once we are comfortably beyond Earth's orbit can we hope to explore, exploit, and ultimately even settle upon neighboring worlds, and in time, perhaps far beyond. And we get some technologies and living quarters and shit. Yeah, cool.
Going silent.
Good. I hope you're actually...
We'll be ready for
yes,
new orders
you're not seen by anyone
Prepping for
anymore.
mission.
Everyone else knows where you are, which is not good. We need to cycle them now. Please give me that
winning
control
their hearts
point.
and minds.
I think I'm not going to cycle you right now. Please give me that control point.
We've gained significant support.
Perfect. Thank you. Because that will help now. We're going to do the same as we did before. You don't really need government. I'm just gonna get rid of that this time, but I want unity. Hard. For now. I don't really need fundings at the moment. I'm not sure you should have a space program, but I'm gonna leave a token point in there. Military doesn't matter, army doesn't matter. We don't need nuclear weapons from you, so that's fine. And that's what we're gonna go for right now. Okay. Yeah, you can only do public opinion. These guys can still displace us here, by the way. But we need a foothold, and our foothold is very weak right now. Can you get more? Yes, you can. You will invest in this.
Bringing them to our side.
I'm
You will go to ground this time. I don't care, they are...
Hunkering down.
I don't like this. I want to be friends with humanity first. This is not good. This is actually really bad, because this means I need to be not friends with them. I hope we can get into... This makes everything harder, actually. I hope we can get into America anyway. But this will not make things easier.
Initiating deep cover.
Humanity first. Couldn't you just go into India, please? That would be so much better. Okay, no one sees him again. It's important because now no one can assassinate him. Not that they probably can do that at the moment, but, you know. We may now appoint our faction's chief advisors. With our management team on board, we may now recruit our core group of advisors to assist our interactions and oversight with nations aligned with our cause. So, we have focus on economic development. National investment points we direct to the economy priority are increased by 10%. I took this last time because more economy means more points overall for all of this shit. At the moment, these guys have 25.1 points increasing because the economy is increasing. So that's basically money they can invest in all their stuff. Also in more funding, which would give money to us. This is the money they would give to us right now, per month. Thank you, Jay Fagis, or Joy Aegis. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to be called. Thank you for the follow there. The next one would be... hire some steely-eyed missile women and men, so we boost the spaceflight program and boost priorities. Priority increase, because we can increase boost in these countries as well. Call in the generals, which is military and build army priorities, and emphasis on international aid, which is my personal favorite, but probably still not as good as the economy thing. Where we increase welfare priority by 5%, and this is for the rest of the game, guys. Or knowledge by 5%. This is really good because it increases, knowledge increases, you know, their knowledge. It increases, it has positive effects on the government improvements to get them more democratic, and we definitely want them to be more democratic. And all the other things, and also welfare is amazing because it reduces income inequality, because we reduce that with government spending, which is how you should do it. But I still think the economic development is better. Just joy, okay, that's fine. I'm not sure if this is so good. Spaceflight program is nice, so you can get them all into space, but also, and then also better boost investment points, sure. But I still think just having more investment points gives everything more investment points, not just these. So maybe economy is better. And it's also 10%. So every point invested in here, like, let's say 22% of this. So like, what is that? 1/5, 5 points. Let's say this is 5 points. So these 5 points now count as 5.5 points. With 5 points, it won't make much of a difference, but you know, in the end it will, because these will actually grow. This will actually help give a feedback loop, because every point here will increase these points more, and this increases these points, and therefore these points increase, and it's just a feedback spiral, which is quite nice. I'm not sure if it's actually that good, but I think that's why I'm going for economy this time. Last time I went for emphasis on international aid, which I still like a lot. And we'll definitely do that when we have the US, because, you know, we need to get the income inequality down, because this is a hellhole. Especially with the flawed democracy. But I'm going for economy. I'm sorry that I don't give that to you guys, but
The people will come to our
decide.
side.
Okay, we're soon done with Canada, I hope. Give me the second point.
We're taking
Please.
over.
Thank you, girl. You're amazing. Do another one. Social science lab. I mean, yes, we'll need that at some point. That's fine. Now, do we get another person? Oh, more people. Tech Mogul, hacker. We could take that hacker, but it's a bad hacker. I really don't want a shitty operative now. I want a good operative. I want a spy. But I think from all of these, the hacker is actually the best one. Because they can actually do some shit. And she can also do some public campaigning, which she is really bad at. It's not good. It's really not good. We could take her with keeping in mind that we kick her off soon. She's insecure. Great. None of these is good for us. Literally none. What a shitty role. And the problem is, even if we take her, what would she do for us? Yes, she could investigate counselors, even our own, which is nice to find out their real loyalty, not their apparent loyalty. So we can boost that maybe, but what else would she do? Nothing. She can't do public campaigning because that's way too low. She won't do anything with that. She gives us 1 money per month, yay. We have to spend a lot on her as well. If that would be a 30, it would be a no-brainer. I'll take her for now, and we'll see what she can do. None of this makes sense. Save it is my thought. Yeah, but the problem is we're missing out. We're missing, again, a whole person that could do shit. Which is a lot. Thinking about the commando, but what will he do? Yes, he could surveil some locations, maybe find out some things to get rid of. Some alien assets, like, you know, more flora. We haven't even killed that one flora. But that's it. That's all he can do. Can't do anything else. Because we're not at that place yet. Like setting national policy when that becomes important and stuff. That is, protecting target doesn't make a difference right now. No one is good enough to assassinate at this point in time. Diplomat really sucks. My god. I mean, we could use him to control nation, but that would fall off really quickly. We could use him to advise. He's not that bad for advising countries. Maybe we'll just take this guy and kick him off as soon as we can. Just 30 points. We're getting 60 per month, so that's half a month. I think that's fine. And once these... Yeah, I'm gonna take them. And once these reshuffle, we'll get a new one. And you know what? I'm gonna put you in. Joy. The enemy of the state. Codename Red Harvest. Perfect. We'll get that enemy of the state away from you. Actually, right now, I think. Would be quite nice. Just so you're not... In our hearts, you're still an enemy of the state, Red Harvest. Just be sure of that. It's fine. And now we need someone... No, not for you. For you, we need someone else. Unless you want to be... You want to be her, Joy. I don't know. Or... I mean, Red Harvest, no, you're the guy. That's fine. I think that's very fitting. Okay. We could defend points here. 55 points. 55%. Actually, that works. I do want this. I mean, Mexico is really good for more boost as well, but this one starts with the most boost, and we do need some boost. So you'll try
control.
this.
Ready.
Ready for my
Our boy
mission.
Red Harvest definitely needs to go into hiding right now. And you know, where better than in your home. I'm not sure if you're from here, but you know, in the United States, since you're not an enemy
Standing
anymore.
by for orders.
Your orders?
You'll take that over, hopefully that works, and
Where do you need
will
me?
now try to... I don't want to displace humanity first. You could still make that work, though. Because we can take these 2 points, and then this. And they can only take this if they have a point, which they could now. But if we're quick enough, we have most of the country, which is better than nothing. And they're actually not putting that much shit into this. I mean, welfare is pretty nice to get this down. That's not bad. We don't have that much money is the problem. Yeah,
I will tell our
69%. We'll do that once. That's fine.
Evading pursuit.
Wait, what the F? Are you implicating me in here? Why do I fly around the world for a living? I mean, there must be a reason for that, right, Red Harvest? Probably enemy of the state. Confirmed. Alarming new disease. Uh-oh. New disease spreading. Global health watchdogs are reportedly highly alarmed at a new variant of the coronavirus. What? Rift Valley fever. Banya virus, which can spread easily from human to human. Severe case symptoms can include liver failure, loss of vision, or even hemorrhaging fever. Even more worrisome is its tendency to cause miscarriage if infecting the pregnant person. There is currently no treatment or vaccine. The World Health Organization has declared the virus a public health emergency of international concern. Concerning because we can't pay. Shit. This would have been a ridiculously good. And we can't get a successful treatment. Well, we can, but...
We are winning their hearts and minds.
We couldn't use this for our benefit, unfortunately, which would have been great. You still pay for this if I do this. I want you that you don't pay.
We've got our people in place.
Perfect. That's what we needed.
Our supporters are in place.
There you go. So we're going high in knowledge and high in unity for now. We're trying to fund the space program just a little bit. But I want people displaced from here, from the public opinion. And we have a control point in Kazakhstan. Just do that again, please. Orcs. Can't afford them. Can't really afford them, I'm sorry. But we're getting good money now. At least a little bit.
Where do you need me?
You just defend this. Just make sure
Securing
that no
our
one takes this
control.
over.
Ready for orders.
You... A lot of influence, you might be able to.
Putting our
Try
people
it.
in place.
Your
We
orders?
need to fill out more shit here. It's really annoying that Humanity First got this. Ooh, opinion leader really helps here. Because our... I think tech is over 6 or something. No, the government is over 6. Well, just. Yeah, try to move
I will
the
try
needle.
to sway the public.
Which is in our favor at the moment, which is good. Also, the joy for you mostly, since you said you want to maybe try this out. There is an order of actions here that is very, very important. The first thing each turn that will be done is defense. This action is the first one each turn. So if there are open control points like here that are not defended and you want to crack them down, crackdown happens a few layers under defense. So defense will always come first. So if someone is defending this, like I am, someone could try to crack this down, but the defense will come first, and then the crackdown will most likely fail, because defending puts crackdown really, really down in chance.
They are here to cleanse our
Oh, the
sick
servants
world.
are now found.
The aliens are our saviors, and all who oppose them are enemies of the future.
God, you're so disgusting, Judith. They are here to cleanse this our sick world, yes, but the problem is they cleanse it of us. Which, you know, brings you faster towards your god, I guess, but it's probably not what we all would choose. This group has determined the aliens are of divine origin, has declared itself their heralds and defenders. Yeah, they're just bending over.
Securing our
Idiots.
interests.
Yep, that's good. So we are defended. Nothing should be able to happen here for quite a while. Later, I actually was in a
cause
position
is
where I could just
unjustified to them.
purge through crackdowns. Crackdown through
The
defense.
dreamer in me
missions.
wants to believe it would bring a golden age of advancement and prosperity for all mankind. But I'm a realist. I know better. Any race advanced enough to find us would be advanced enough to end us, likely without even regarding us.
Yep.
Commander Fiona Ayawade, NATO Symposium on First Contact.
I like Fiona. She's great. That's basically our chief officer. The quiet assurance that humans have carried for so long is gone. The knowledge that we share the universe with at least one other sapient species has caused reverberations throughout our entire society. And I mean, it's not a quiet assurance. How are we alone in the universe? If the universe is literally infinite, it is impossible that we are alone. If we ever see them is a different matter. But it's impossible that we're alone, just by chance. It cannot happen. Just because, you know, infinity always wins in a game of chance. So, we're definitely not alone. By that measure, you know, if that is true. So, this is kind of very narcissistic. It's one of the narcissistic fallacies of humanity or something. There was something called like that. Not fallacies. I don't get the word right. I don't find the word right now. It wasn't fallacies. It was injuries, narcissistic injuries of humanity. Like we share common ancestors with apes is one of them. You know? Like that. There are 3, actually. But anyway. The very fabric of our civilization is being stretched to its breaking point as conflicting voices shout ever louder above one another. It falls to our leaders, current and future, great, to rally our thrilled and frightened masses. Now, more than ever, we must come together as a people and prove to the universe that although we may no longer be its center, which we never were, as we once believed, we are now less important. Which, yeah, we are not important at all. It's not even, there's no scientific consensus that life is important in the end, you know? And I mean, is life important? 99.99999 and periodic of the universe is devoid of life. How is life important, you know? If you think about it. Doesn't mean we should end all life, but how is it important with that in mind? Yes. Yes, another counselor. We will definitely want that. And I'm thinking, should I go for that right now? We can only research one thing right now. I think alien signatures would be better. We need an orc. Yeah, there's not even one available with the engineering project. We need one orc with an engineering project and we could do that. Or actually 2. And we had all of them unlocked, but we don't have the science to back it up. Not right now. Okay, the servants are doing shit. We can't even keep up here. Look at the freaking academy. My god, so this is useless. We'll invest in that because that gives us a boost to all points, I think. We only invested 1 point here. So we might be able to compete here, actually. We only have 1% boost here. And no boost here. I like how they revised this interface. That looks much better. Still, some things are way too big, but, you know. It's fine. I'm quite narcissistic about my...
Information is our greatest weapon, bar none.
Red Harvest.
If we know enough about what we're fighting and where, we can win wars before even a single shot has been fired. Commander Fiona Ayawade, Data in the Shadow of War.
Interesting that... Oh, from her thesis. Data in the Shadow of War. I like her. She's great. Augmented reality, AR, distinguishes itself from its virtual counterpart in that it overlays digital information and imagery onto a real-world environment, essentially annotating reality. Its potential applications include marketing, unfortunately, cross-culture communication, which would be pretty interesting, navigation, and even soldiers understanding the lie of the land and the capabilities of the foes they face with but a glance. In short, AR is the bright promise of instant access to all human knowledge in any given situation. As we devise new forms of wearable technology and refine the algorithms that drive them, so too can we expand the use of AR to better prepare our military, keep our populace both informed and entertained, bred in circuses, right? And more rapidly train the coming generation of space travelers. Good potential, same with AI, by the way. Good potential, probably gonna be abused to hell for just marketing purposes. I don't think anyone would ever use augmented reality because it would basically be a billboard in your face all the time. That's about it. There would be nothing else in there, really. Hey, Terrible Hamster, how are you doing? Augmented reality, augmented combat training, augmented learning. Ooh, this would be good, actually. But 41%.
Establish control.
I'm not sure if the 41% means we could fail to get it. That would be really bad. But maybe. This is kind of sad. 1%. Try again.
Our presence is growing.
Kazakhstan is ours. Good. Perfect. That means we're finally getting some boost. And we're still pretty late. We don't know about many others. How are our people doing? No one is detected. No one is detected. That's good. That's really good.
What's the up?
You can't yes, you can defend. Good. So defend here. Defend
Protecting
our
our
interests. Do we have people?
Standing by.
No. I want a spy. Where was the other view. Where was the other view that I'm looking for? This one. This one. Yeah, we need this, and then... I mean, seems okay right now. If we could get a spy here, that would be amazing. What can you do now, girl? By the way, Terrible Hamster, hello. First, and second, if you want a counselor, we still have 2 to gain. Actually, probably just her, because the other guy we want to get rid of for a spy. He's just there to give us more options per turn, so we don't lose that. But if you want him, that's fine as well. Maybe we keep him, I'm not sure. So you could look for more aliens. And more fauna to destroy. Which was about here, in Surgut. That was the first alien that came down. Is there something else I want you to do? Not really. You could double up on getting control points here, maybe. You can't do public campaigning, so this doesn't do anything. Kazakhstan, by the way. Not what I want. And we're here to fix the world, guys, for sure. I definitely 100% want to fix the world. Actually, I'm gonna go down with this for now. I want to fix this a bit more. He will defend this. 100% chance. Perfect. Okay, and this will be doubled up. We're still in a precarious situation here. So you're gonna try and help with this.
We'll bring this nation
at least for
to
this
our
turn.
side.
Securing our control.
Super fix it? Yeah, I will. 100% will. Because look at America with this flawed democracy laughing in my face and all the high income inequality. I mean, I was actually thinking of getting Germany as well and help with that. Not as much the high income inequality, but you know. This is actually the best point, I think. The 5, diverse. Diversity. Or the cohesion, which is diverse right now. I think that's the best cohesion you can have for reasons. I'm not quite sure why... Ah, there. Democracy and the knowledge priority pull it toward the middle value of 5. So, if you have good democracy and good knowledge, it will automatically go towards 5. And I think that's also the best thing for many other things, but I'm not quite sure. I need to read that again, but I will not read it right now. Oh, we are an hour in, by the way. So I will put a cut in. How dare they? Yeah, laugh in my face with their shitty democracy. I will put a cut in. It's a better start than we had before, so I'm happy about that. It feels better. I don't think we're that far behind. Yes, we're behind in boost, but that's about it. We need to try to get Mexico. And then go into the US. Hopefully we can get some points on the way. But so far so good. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like. It really, really helps with the new series. And I'm putting a lot into this, so it would be great. Also, don't forget to sub my YouTube channel. It really, really helps the channel. Come to Twitch, come to the Discord, and I see you all in the next episode. Blub blub, everyone.